is day 1437, the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi. Arukh HaShulchan Yomi today, as we've been saying for many days already, unfortunately, should be as close for the Yeshua and Hatzalah of Am Yisrael in its battle with the Rishayim Aruim Memach Shmam and Zichram. Today we are doing Yodeh Simukuf Pei Tes, Sif Mem Ches to Nun Vav. Memches. Oh, Raya, me diver Rabbeinu Abbas yes to see if Ches Kushkosav. We're talking about that the Besses onus has to be together with days. The Beis Yosef writes, Kovtzev Yom Edov, she jumped on a specific known day, come Rosh Chodesh, Erev Shabbos, or Rosh Chodesh, or Sunday, Brosabon, she saw that Devira came B'shlosh Rosh Chodashim, Hamed through Rosh Chodashim, or B'shlosh, Erev Shabbos, 3 Sundays, couple of Besses, she said a cycle. B'chosh Yechol Pam Shetik Bos Bos Osman. We're concerned every time she jumps at that time. Then a Sunday comes, she doesn't jump. Oh, she comes to Shem Shabbos, she jumps on Monday. She's not concerned. She she's only has a best kavua for kvitza for jumping on Sundays. According to Ramah, who holds that it's not only 2 days, so just jumping 3 times is enough. You have to say story about. According to Ramah, that to uproot the vessels, you have to uproot it 3 times. So she can make sluchud. Oh no. If it's days and kvitzas, then you would have to need 3 times to uproot it. She opposed to if it's just kvitzos, it's a moshi that does make a vessels. It's enough to uproot it even once. But in that case, this is missing. That this is what the Ramah means. If that was the Yosef meant, like Ramah meant, so it's mentioned from the Beis Yosef. By jumping alone, women does not become not choshish to jumping alone. And I feel b'shlosh b'mi even 3 times. Chosh ma'achmas ones any vessels cloud anything which happens as a result of this compelled and the phenomenon is not a basis at all. Memtas, and they go according to Chimir Od Yosef. The Achronim took it even further. Because of the Rabbeinu Ramah, Sheikh Melachut Shekfitz, so Shapayim, they wrote about the Ramah, who said to be concerned with 3 jumps. The Haim Chimir, I feel Kvitz Shnei Bami, said even 2 jumps. They go into Kavtza, such as you jump, Lachar Chav Yom, Chaz Kavtza, and 20 days later she jumped again. Tzvicha Lachush Lebes Havlog, she has to be concerned with the interval. She converts all the Sof Shlosh Yomi. Miyah Shnia, she's going to jump another time after 20 days from the second sighting. Choshesh is not going to. She's choshesh, even though for intervals normally need to have an additional time. It's no different than if she has days by themselves, where the days without intervals are nikva in 3 times. So to the kvitza, even though it's connected to an interval, is nikva in 3 times, not a 4. You don't need a 4th time to establish baselines. Just because she jumps doesn't make it worse. She jumped now too. That's the Shach and the CJ Tara and the Chavaz Das. And then it's like it for two. Roshon says, I'm astonished. The body kvitza migrogrov. Jumping is worse. You shouldn't have done by the illness because the blood comes with some artificial phenomenon. And there's no concept of afloga of intervals here at all. If you have an interval without jumping, okay, fine. That's something that could be concerned. We see that she sees at such intervals. But if she jumps, there's no evidence she jumps with at this hafloga. I'm sorry. There's no so a cup to 8 Maya should actually roast for fluggas. But if it's fetzets, then there's no evidence for that flugga. There's only kvitza and a flugga. Because there's a compound issue here. Because on it's a kvitza, if you want to take account the fact that she jumped now, although ain't kvitzas, there's no set pattern for jumps. There's no evidence from time to time. The high time a look of a vest is bekvitza feel by harbe pami. That's why she's not going to vest is for bekvitzas even after many times. Nun, v'yesh heavy rai medivi arrive b'sefer b'tzeb b'alei nefesh. So you want to bring a ride from the Ravid. Shakasa writes the Ela Vestas Negvosa de Kvitzas Vachilos. These vessels come out by jumping and eating. Kamoshem Nikboim Shoshbamim. Just like they're 73 times. Kachin Choshesh Lam Mitchias Kviuson. So too she's concerned them from the beginning when they're set. She kafza rosa b'shchosh nisan. She kaibet some b'shchosh nisan. Kafza b'shchosh ir. She tamta b'shchosh ir. Choshesh Kvitza. She's concerned with jumping. Chuli Akad Shara. Beard bar means to say. It's Kamoshem Kvitzas B'yom Yadua B'shchosh Bamim Kava Besses. In jumping the same day 3 times, she makes a vesses. So too, with one riyah. That's the Tara wants to say this. It's like he low dami is not comparable. Best issue, best beinari bari tzicholchush. If it's the best chodesh issue, even one time you have to be choshish. That's true. But the lava tzicholchush best beinari because anyway you have to be choshish for best beinari. Shabin al kritza doesn't make it worse. Ava A is the Indian best but it's nothing to do with intervals. He is not sure what to do with the Ramah, and the Farshim, but the coup de grace he gives in the brackets here. Can't argue. So it comes out that after all, Acharei Kechleis HaKoil, these Ashkenazim, if you ever come across a best kvitzos without time, even if it's not contingent on time at all, you have to be choshish. Sometimes by kvitzos she's going to be choshish. She's going to set a veses for days without kvitzos. Ketzad also kafza be'echad b'Shabbos. She's kafetz on the Sunday. She saw blood. And then 20 days later, Shabbos, on Sunday, she saw blood. And after 19 days, she was kafta Yom Shabbos. On Shabbos, she didn't see blood. But on Sunday, she saw without jumping. So every Sunday after 20 days is set now. You find out that the day is the issue, not the jumping. This day happened 3 times. Can't so do anything similar. Even though the bit puke, I got by yawning and sneezing in this manner. He's bar, we're going to see. The kavala vessels like the puke, only goes by yawning of this day. We say that the puke of yesterday, you need to have a puke with the day. And if it happened yesterday, okay, it works because it's started for the day. Come but kvitza shu ones, which is this extrinsic reason, this artificial issue. We don't say this. Came pasuk Rabbeinu b'seisiv sivu zayin, as the Rebbe says pasuk. Avayimas to Ramban, but Rashba, but to Rechokim said they all argue. V'lei the gam kakana didn't become a fuke. No, it's Rati Macher. Well, I know it's cool actually. Kavla ves is like the kvitza b'yom zeh. She's koveh beses by kvitza and yomim together, but the reason why it works to say the beses for me the kvitza shiyom esbogam was it was the reaction to yesterday's kvitza. The Gemara Yishpukim said Gemara is machlekes the Tamer Rabbi saying about Shlomo shaloi v'udaitim cloud. Why didn't they bring the pin at all? Nun beis the pashru it's obvious the dafka with kvitza shel esmotol it's only if it's 1 day gap, 1 day delay. Avalo b'yom shkodim said not the day before no, not the day before that. It's certainly not way before that. So to all the jumps were the previous day. Ain't on them cloud. We don't consume them at all. Ela b'yom, but rather only in the day itself. That's chavastas. Nearly it seems to me says even where the first time was on the sighting was on the day of the jump. And the next 2 was the jump was the day prior. And tolim bakvitza el b'yomim. We don't say it's the jump. We say it's the day. The b'diuk amru chazar ridiculous is stating the time the pam shlishi b'vad tolim. Only the 3rd time we can have a gap and a distance, but not either of the prior times. This is obvious. The matvil shel shlosh payim kulam b'sha'achas. It's also, and this is also obvious. He says that if the kvitzas of the 3 times were all at a specific hour, the Choshim Rakos is only concerned that hour. Was also applied to yawns and sneezes, as we shall see. Not tonight. Nun Gimel. The best of Shaydei Mikra, a good vessel to come through phenomena with the body. Shaydei Maisa without doing something. Dinim Acherim, they have different halachas. Buying vessels. What are these vessels? Kigon Shema Vahekas, when she wants. They'll call them Shaposhet Zosa Machmas Kovet. Actually, he says it's like stretching. And it was the first shot. Something is heavy. Oh, Ka'adam Shaposach B, Machmas Kovet, you can Gensin. Which is a kind of a yawn. Or Adam Shemotzi called the Aragon Shekoran Grebtsin, which is a burp. All these couldn't feel. Any sense of a change in the body came with Chukas to Gabo, since she established a pattern with this. Have a similis Urus Akirasadam, it's a sign that there has been an arousal for the blood to be uprooted. She's concerned. So too, if she has some sort of sneeze from below, or she has some sort of sensation at the bottom of her stomach, or by her hips, or she has fevers, or her head and her limbs feel heavy. All these could be phenomena which are foreshadow the coming of the Veses. More also talks about a case where you start with Dam Tor and then it became Dam Tame. I'll say like a Dam Tor. We don't have Dam Tor, so it doesn't matter for us. Nevertheless, Gamli done. Also, by us, she had pus going on, then turned to blood. She became darker. She becomes Shafas Mukla. That's what happens with her. She first flows pus and then blood. Have a Mukla Veses, then the pus is a Veses. All these, if it happens to one of them 3 times, she saw blood, couple of one of these phenomena, she saw blood, couple of veses, it sets a cycle. Every time she's concerned with this, she has a sensation like this, she's forbidden to have relations. Vein lezeh yom kavua. It's never said day. Shogadas Rambam, and not like the Rambam who holds that these two are linked to days. If anything is linked to days, but not Loch Lamaisa, because we pass the Grama. But if anything would be linked to days, it's only the Veses of Kritos, not the Veses of Piyuk and Itu. What's the Itush? I'm blanking. Okay, Dunta. Without a command called Elu, Lo Pam Achas, Velo Shnei Pamim. It's Lo Pam Achas, Shnei Pamim. It's not once or twice. Ella Velo Shlosha, and not even 3 times. She has numerous of these occasions. Once during the day were Choshish. El Shemekas have Bei Pamim Biyom Zevera Sadam. I'm not sure what the difference is. Again, not one yawn, or not only a lot of them. She did this 3 times in 3 days with gaps. Have a vessel. And only it's not a single yawn or a single sneeze, I guess, because that's considered to be a natural phenomenon. But if there's a whole slew of them, so then, and that's the way it's possible that people see Nila in that manner. All this with all the phenomena which can include a puke and, let's see the second word. Puke and, it's not itush. What is that? Puke and puke. Okay. She has to do it a lot. Then we can consider the verses every time this happens without taking into account timing. It's not like the Veses of Kritos. That's not a Veses because it's an oinus that comes through a maisa. Opposed to these which come on their own by naturally. Shapir Veses, it's also a Veses Haplo Yom Kavua, and according to Rambam, so is the other one. But if one of these Veses comes at a specific set time, it happened 3 times. Rosh Chodesh that she had this coughing fit, and then she saw Arba Milas Manafloka 4 times. They were talking about intervals, Michaf Lechaf, 20 to 20 years or more. Kovas Lebeses Zman, she said it's a besis for time periods, Ula Michush, and the malady Biyachad. Means any day when she has this malady, she should be concerned and not have relations. Any day at that interval, that monthly time, when she has the michush as well, so she can't have relations. Go without the other, ain't a choshes. Because I mean, I'm over see few tests. It's only if she go beses for both together. But initially, she's concerned with each one by itself. Can you say she doesn't know if it's going to be the time or the phenomenon. Like we had before with Vesas Adilug, where you don't know if it's going to be a pattern or not be a pattern of going, adding a day each time or detracting a day each time. Or intervals adding on Akan Lashono. Upashu, this is obvious. Vesas Mikra Guf Vesas Sayami Loro Poskim. The basis of what happens in the body is just like the basis of the days, according to most poskim. She covers name biyachad when she is kover for both of them together. Yes, and does kishiyes lebosh name biyachad. Those say that when time comes, she doesn't see both together. Ain't a choshesh is cloud. If you look at besis sheina kavua, she's not concerned at all, even as a besis sheina kavua. V'lo lebesis hamikra, v'lo lebesis sayot. She's not concerned as a besis which happened as a result of the phenomenon. No, one which happened as a result of the day. Yes, when some say the body choshesh is besis sheina kavua. So that's to account that at least the besis sheina kavua. It's a chavas Can't pass kabinu b'shes siv kafei b'zel shana. It says in echel meilu bol is mani yadua if it comes at a regular time. Or as body as or call on us habesis called the besis yom greater. So it's certainly also the entire ona which the besis would come like the besis of days itself. Akal shana. If he said sorry, Klamar Kohen have to say that the zesh chasur tuva shanar the v'kavel shteim yachad. That was Shmuel said that when she became set for both of them together, and if the time came without the malady, it seems to contradict what we just says. Now, which means that if it would be a best kabush and the time passes, she still needs a bdika. If it's not a best kabush, she doesn't need a bdika afterwards. Rosh writes explicitly. But to be chayshish for one or the other, she's definitely chayshish, even without the tziruf. And it says, wrote that, V'chein bi'arash v'toras habayis, the bevesas hafiyuk l'vad, and cheshes she had chila piyuk. When you have a vesas made up just of the yawning, or whatever it is, she's not concerned till that starts. But it has both time and the phenomenon. Asura kol osa owner, she's also the entire 12-hour period. Actually, it's still a bigger night, even if the yawning had not yet commenced. Ayin shah. The bracket says here, whatever the shach says is tamua. But since we know what the shach says, you don't have to concern yourself with that.